Hi, I'm Allan McLeod, and I'm a screen timer because sometimes the real world is just too beautiful, and you need to take a break.
Screentimers, I just don't care. Screentimers, it just ain't fair. Screentimers, they scream and shout. Screentimers, there's no time out. That's what you show.
Hello and welcome to Screentimers, the official podcast of Bad Parents. I'm Holly Prazoff.
And I'm Matt Kowalick. Today we have with us a very funny actor and comedian and writer and dad, star of stage and screen and now ears, because he has a new podcast, Allan McLeod.
Hey.
Hi.
Yay.
Hey, Allan. Thanks for coming.
Oh, happy to be here.
Well, we're really excited to have you on our pod today.
Yes.
More ears for the listening, am I right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We need more ears.
Yeah. Allan has a great new podcast called Walkin About with Allan McLeod.
It's
Thank
great.
you. Thank
It's
you
so
for
good.
mentioning it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You might not believe it, but it's a great podcast to listen to while walking.
Yes.
Can you listen to it while sitting down
I
or
have.
standing still?
The what is it called in the phone? A odometer
Yeah,
or
yeah.
the
Pedometer?
the gyrometer? If the gyrometer doesn't sense motion when you're listening to the podcast, it shocks you. It shocks you.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it does. I do encourage you to walk with it. There might be a workaround where you can sit down and listen to it or wash dishes.
I'm going to be honest. I've sat down for everything I've done, and it works just the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Golly, they really, what the heck did I pay $40,000 extra for?
Wow.
I don't know.
Well, that's just the standard
gyrometer.
starting a podcast fee. So I think, we've all paid
Yeah,
it.
it's not free anymore. You got to pay it. You got to buy in.
And we have big time.
We are invested, folks. We aren't going anywhere.
I get it. Trust me. But yeah, you can walk around listening to it. You can sit around listening to it. However you choose to engage with it, I appreciate it.
Wherever you get your podcasts, however you listen to your podcast.
I love that you give people options because not like a lot of podcasts are sort of being more strict about how you listen to things.
Mm-hmm.
This one you can only listen to while cleaning the house or
Yes.
doing dishes or...
Yeah, making love to your spouse. I always joke with my husband. I go, mind if I listen to a pod while we do this? And he doesn't like that joke.
Do you think we will look back at when y'all launched this podcast and see a jump in population growth? Just
Yeah,
'cause more
100%,
couples
yeah.
are...
Oh, yeah, at least in Holly's house.
Yeah, I got to keep those kids coming because this podcast is about kids. So I
Yeah.
have to keep them coming.
We need to know what they're watching.
Exactly. Because eventually my kid's going to age out of this and I got to keep going. Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, when does it stop becoming screen time? I feel like when they get their own phone and you're like, nice knowing you.
Well, this will be a good conversation for us to have on the pod. with
yeah.
Allan.
Oh, there you go. This is
Yeah.
what you're exploring, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, well, let's get into it. Do you have notes? Do you want to
No, I just, first, we've been friends with Allan forever since the early days of UCB.
Yeah, we were trying to remember when we first met you, each of us.
January 9th for you, Holly.
Yeah, oh my God, wow.
2007.
Okay.
It might have gone into the next day too if it was late.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's true. We used to party back then.
It might,
remember?
it could have been a late night.
Yeah. No, it's been over 10 years that we've known you, right?
Oh, for sure. I remember when you came from Canada,
Yeah, it was a big celebration.
Yeah.
You were on an early Herald team, MacGuffin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I believe that was my first Herald team at UCB that I was on.
Yeah, that's. I remember you being one of the first people who I was like, that guy's funny. When I first came to the theater, you stood out at Herald night.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, those were the days. I don't know what the heck happened.
No.
But,
Still going strong.
but yeah, no, we used to do a lot of sketch comedy shows together, and but all of us in various forms, whether it was A Kiss from Daddy and the Birthday Boys, or Not Too Shabby, or
All those variety shows.
Dirtiest.
They used to
Did y'all
have.
do Dirtiest sketch show?
No, I'm not into dirty comedy.
You're not?
I draw the line.
I
with
thought
that.
you guys used to be kind of dirty.
No, of
Her?
course. No. Oh, yeah. HIR. Yeah. No, I just never. I think there was a little bit Like, I think by the time we got there, like, people were, like, pooing on stage in buckets, and I was kind of like, I think I'll sit this one out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I never did
Your loss, I guess. Now you've got buckets of poo just around the house.
It's so true. It was like such an innovative idea, you know what I mean? And now here I am going, I should have been there when it happened.
Yeah, now that I have a kid, nothing grosses me out. So that show I could have sat through now, no problem.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're seeing
I'd have been like, do you need help wiping?
Here's a wet wipe.
I'm here if you need any assistance. Well, okay, so
you're a screen timer, Alan.
Yeah. Is
you
this true?
let your kid have screen time, which we all do.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, I think we can talk about that. I feel like this podcast is trying to like dispel the guilty feeling that we feel when we let our kids watch screen time.
I love it. Yeah. I mean, there's not much. I don't see many options necessarily. Like, if you can't have an around the clock, nanny or babysitter or someone to keep them company, and even if you do have a babysitter, you've got this part of watching TV with the kid is kind of part of the babysitting.
Oh,
a lot
it's
of
all
times.
I did as a babysitter.
Yeah. It's expected. So so no, there's no shame in it. I think also we do a good job. My wife Stacey and I do a good job of doing outdoorsy things too, and trying to be like to talk about how we're not going to be having the screen. We're going on a camping trip. We're not going to have that, and I consider this a notable moment. The last camping trip we went on a few weeks ago, unprompted, my son was like, Dad, I'm glad we didn't bring the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
And it wasn't even on the table to bring the Nintendo Switch. Like, there was never an option that we were going to. But, but he just kind of said that out of nowhere because he was just having such a nice time out in nature,
Yeah, like you gotta, it's a balance you have to strike. You know what I mean? But I feel like my philosophy is always like, if you make it super, like if you're limiting everything, I feel this way about sugar too, but it's like, it just makes it seem better and cooler than it is.
Totally.
So they get so little freedom. So I want her, if she's like, may I watch it? I'm like, yes, you may. And that's how I say it. And, it's like, what are we going to do? Like, did your parents play with you 24/7 when you were a kid?
No. Shockingly, no.
Yeah.
My dad would always be like, I have to go to work.
Yeah. My parents.
I'm still going to therapy about that very thing.
Yes.
Daddy didn't play with me 24/7.
I think it's so funny, like, when I was a kid, or, probably when you were a kid too, you'd be like, Dad, have you seen this show? Or try to talk to them about a movie or something, and they're like, no, I have to go to work. But you didn't realize that. You were like, God, my dad doesn't watch anything.
Yeah, that was often a conversation I would have with my dad when he got home from work. It was very one-sided. Like, did you hear that Tom Cruise is doing a Mission Impossible show? A movie? It's based on the old TV show. Did you ever watch that old TV show? Well, anyway, and it looks like there's a great sequel. That's even actually not, that's like way older. I was like 15 or 16 when that came out. So, but younger than that, I'm trying to remember. I was really into movies, and I would just talk to my dad. He would just kind of like exhaustedly go, oh, okay. All right. Sounds good.
I stopped watching movies in 1979, 81 when you were born. I'm not sure which year it was, but I've only seen 50s Westerns.
Like, my parents, for me, they always reminded me what a burden I was. So, like, my dad once said to me, he was like, one of our favorite things to do was take a walk after dinner. And we didn't do it for 20 years. And I'm always like, okay, wow, okay. So that's why, you know what? Give that kid a screen time. Take your walk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they could have just plopped in front of the TV and taken a nice walk.
And they did also. That's the thing. They did.
It is tricky. I love going on walks. It is tricky to get the kids to take a walk to appreciate it. And sometimes you do have to trick them with other things. I try to do a trick rather than a guilt trip. A trick than a trip.
Okay, great. How are you tricking your kid?
Well, it would be like, let's go check out like what that, like around Halloween time, it's always easy because it's like, let's go check out like what the decorations are or something like that. Or let's go see if that one house is like fixed up their thing or whatever. Other ways might just be like, you have a new scooter. Let's go. It's not getting a new scooter every walk, but let's
another new scooter today.
Let's bust out that scooter. Yeah. Oh man, I have so many scooters now. But also, and I know we're not talking about this, but this sort of maybe this could be a future thing. Okay. Another thing that I feel some kind of way about it, but it does work is Pokemon Go. So they can kind of go out and find Pokemon while you're out and about.
They still do that? They still have that?
They still have it. That's
a good way. Sometimes it's hard for me to get Joni out of the house. She's kind of like wants to be an inside kid.
Yeah.
And it's like recently we were like, what do you want to be when you grow up? She's like, I don't know. I just kind of want to hang out.
Wow. Is she not?
I would hear that. Thing, like an
That's
artist.
my vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. No, my kid yesterday said she wanted to work at Taco Bell, so she's got a bright future out of the house. You know what I mean? My kid is obsessed with Taco Bell. We went to the one in our neighborhood, and she was like, "The artwork is so beautiful here." Wow. And it's like kind of a collage of sauce packet kind of designs. I'm like, yeah, I guess it is pretty beautiful.
Yeah, it's an aesthetic.
Yeah, we don't. Joni doesn't eat anything but yesterday. Honestly, yesterday was Joni's first time having Taco Bell.
Really?
She loved it.
Yeah, it's great.
She ate so much. She ate a quesadilla, which she'll never do at any other Mexican restaurant. She just ate all the meat out of the tacos, like that chemical meat. I need to get some of that those chemicals for at home.
Yeah, they said basically it's not meat. They don't know what it is, but our kids love it.
That ground brown mash.
Like Sally has a friend who lives across the street from our Taco Bell, and I'm just like always worried.
What a great location.
I know, but they don't ever go because I was like, do you ever go to the Taco Bell? She was like, oh no, we would never go there. So I'm always worried that she's gonna like see us getting out of the car, heading into the Taco Bell. So I'm always kind of like keeping my head down, being like, okay.
Your fake nose and your Groucho glasses.
This is our other podcast will be just about Taco Bell and what you can give your kids.
Yeah.
If they ever catch you, just be like, hey, we were in there cursing them out.
Exactly, yeah.
For being in this neighborhood.
What is this meat? You can't give this to children.
This isn't nutritious. Please
this ought to be a museum.
Yes, exactly. That sauce packet art, the food is terrible, but the art is beautiful.
This is very good real estate that you guys are taking up.
Yes. I will say, in Eagle Rock, we did have a beautiful vintage Taco Bell.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, it was like kind of like one of the brown
original
ones. Yeah, and then they like ripped it down for like a big purple tube kind of building.
Yeah.
We don't want purple tubes. When will they learn?
You're a Taco Bell preservationist.
It's true. It's true. Mm-hmm. My parents never let me go there. See, again, so it's like, I'll let my kid go there. Sure.
Yeah.
This isn't Doughboys, but we could go to the original. Oh, no. I think the original one is still standing. And it's like an hour away?
Oh, yeah, I'll go.
I would go.
Okay, great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Alan, we'll walk there.
Are we going?
We'll walk there. Yeah, we'll walk there so we can record your podcast on the way.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, so just so you can get another one in the bank.
It's far, so like halfway through we'll just be huffing and puffing.
But the fake meat will make it all worth it. But I think, okay, so we're going to talk about, I think for this episode, you're going to be sort of like our future because your kid is older than ours.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
he's 28.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're okay with him still having screen time.
I mean, he's kind of addicted to it, honestly, at this point.
28 years is a long time to be.
Like, our kids are not into anything video game-ish. And so, like, yeah, we're going to talk about Minecraft. We can come out and say it. We're going to talk about Minecraft today.
Yeah, today is Minecraft, which is the most popular game of all time, I read online.
Wow.
So I believe it.
Like, you really opened our eyes. So I want you to know that, like, you're educating us.
This is potentially a future that you will be
really
experiencing.
hope not. But so we like want to talk, we have so many questions because like I watched a half an hour of a man build a world.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've also watched my whole life watch a man build a world. You know what I mean?
Men in general.
Yes. I just sit
And it's
back
a
and
good one.
watch the men build.
Yeah. Thankfully, women aren't allowed to build worlds even in Minecraft.
Thank God. But
Should be called Mencraft.
it should be actually. I think it's very interesting. So it's like we have so many questions. So like, when did your kids start liking Minecraft?
Well, I started hearing about. I mean, I was aware of Minecraft because I am a fan of video games.
Okay.
However, it never interested me, and it was. I suppose it's about 15 years old now. It never interested me, and just it's very. If you've probably seen Minecraft imagery at one point or another. It's famously these kind of blocky art, people and animals and buildings and that sort of thing. But that look just never really appealed to me, and I had no interest in it. I started hearing about Minecraft from Sonny, my son, at school, probably when he was about 5.5 or something.
Yeah,
I was hearing he would be talking about it, and he'd ask me if I'd ever heard of it. And then you'd see merchandise at stores.
They have shirts, hats,
the
water
cubes,
bottles.
The cubes have taken over.
The cubes are everywhere. And, so you'd hear about it. We heard about it for probably a year. I kind of delayed until he was about 6.5 or so. And then after doing some research about it and being like, okay, well, because one thing I was worried about is it one of those online multiplayer games where anybody can be playing with your kid? And it can be. It can be that. And it can also be more of like a closed circuit, if you will. Local play, what they call. So that your kid is only playing on your system, and you can, if you have the wherewithal to link up with another friend's kid who has the same system that you're playing the game on, then they could play together from their house or whatever. They can play online together, but no one else is welcome in that thing unless they're like invited.
I mean, that's good.
Or you can play 2-player at home locally, with your kids. So that's how I
do you play?
Started finding it. So I do play.
Okay.
With him at home. We'll play 2-player, and I guess it may be helpful to explain that other than the famous kind of blocky artwork, it's I think essentially what's known as an RPG, a role-playing game.
Right.
So and in role-playing games, they tend to be like a kind of an open world where you can wander around and explore, and your character is crafting items and building up maybe armor or just building literal shelters and stuff so that you have more and more stuff. And
you can buy stuff on there, right?
You can buy stuff for real money. You can buy stuff for coins that you make out in the world.
Mind your parents' wallet craft.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's another conversation I've had to have, is just about how capitalism works with video games. It's like, I'm like, we bought the base game, and the idea for the game company is, and Sonny thinks this is a great idea, that the game company had this idea, is that you buy more stuff after you're playing the game. He's like, that's a really good idea. And I'm like,
hundreds of millions of dollars
it is a good idea for them. Wow. But we're not trying to do that. Like, we're just trying to play what we can do in the base game. And so we have this conversation all the time because there's loads of stuff. But I mean, basically the base game is there's pre-made worlds. You can start a new one. It's just like a landscape of mountains and hills, depending on what type of world you choose. And within that, you can start using your blocks to build stuff. There's also 2 modes, and this is a very crucial thing. For the first year that he had this, or I don't even know, quite a year, he wanted to wait till he was 7 to do this. But anyway, there was you can play in creative mode or survival mode.
Okay.
So he did not want to play in survival mode for a long time.
Wait till you get into the real world
Yeah.
survival mode.
Yeah, it's all survival world.
Creative mode, you can get the hang of just how it works to build things, to craft things, the other types of people or characters or animals you might encounter.
Like they're not trying to kill you because
They're not trying to kill you. They're wandering around. They're not really playing.
Like there's like some zombie. Like I saw like some man build a whole island.
Yeah,
It's such a funny thing. Like when I was looking at stuff, people always talk about the beautiful landscapes of this block, and I'm like, have you guys never seen a landscape
Have you not looked out a window?
ever?
Well, I have come around to the Minecraft aesthetic, like understanding. Once I started playing 2-player and I started kind of seeing what,
You have been dressing more cute lately. I didn't notice.
Yeah. Well, I do feel like it suits me. I have more of a blocky shaped body.
It's really helping, I think.
Blocky, stocky, 2 smoking guns.
Yeah, I know. We describe you physically closer to the end of the podcast. So let's leave that,
They're like, do you know Allan McLeod? He's kind of blocky. Like, he's like Minecraft guy.
Just a sharp, blocky jawline.
Now, to me, this is like sort of a Sims, like I did play some form of like Sims or something when I was younger. It's like, yeah, you're building a world outside of the world you live in.
It's a good place. It's an escape.
Yes.
It's a nice. I think it's interesting that like Minecraft is popular because of its blocky nature. It's kind of like reminds me like we grew up on like 8-bit.
Yeah.
Video games, and we were fine with it.
Yeah.
And then it just got better and better. But like now that the like crazy video games are available and Minecraft still thrives, I think that's kind of like interesting.
I've asked my son about that, and I was just like, "What do you like about this look, the blocky look?" And he just essentially he was like, "It's not realistic looking. Like I'm not afraid of the zombies like when they're coming. If you're looking at, when you're going through game menus of other games on the Nintendo Switch or what have you, we play it on the Nintendo Switch, by the way. You're seeing, graphics and covers of games that can be kind of scary. And it's like, this doesn't have that scary look, although maybe you're going to be playing something where you're trying to survive against a horde of zombies later on.
It eases you in as a kid, I guess. Like
they didn't look that scary when they attacked the man I watched playing.
Yeah, our video games slowly got more and more violent.
Yeah, like
it's more realistic looking, and it's like a bit more cinematic and feels more real. But this kind of has the detachment, the cartoon violence detachment, and when they get hit, they're not gushing blood or losing an arm. They just light up red.
Tipper Gore is happy with that.
Oh wow,
yeah.
It takes Matt. It's taken him 22 minutes to bring up Tipper Gore. It happens every episode.
The tipper ticker is.
Just the tip. That's his motto. Okay, so does Sunny ever watch? So I watch obviously a video of somebody playing, and the thing that baffles me is that I heard through this parent gossip I'm always getting from my husband is that kids like watching the videos of other people playing.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I believe it may still be the most watched YouTube gameplay is of Minecraft. That's watching gameplay footage, which I get. I've watched gameplay footage, but only as a cheat when I can't figure something out in a game,
Yeah.
But as kids will watch it, as entertainment, this is what they're going to watch. And there's famous YouTubers who are influencers or personalities that are presenting this gameplay, and through their lens. And so I think that's when that's something you have to be mindful of as a parent is who is your kid watching play this game? We know the game, we like the game. Yeah. We're not too worried about the game itself in moderation. But now there's this other person presenting the game to you, and you do have to be cognizant of like what their whole deal is, or if they have an agenda, which there are
like
people.
troublemakers in the game.
I wouldn't say there's troublemakers. I would say that there are people that do. This isn't the only example, and I'm not saying this is like a terrible example to set, but there are people that are on there that are also kind of subtly doing like religious stuff, let's say.
They're world building, right?
Like building churches.
They might be like, whatever it is, they're kind of subtly like kind of planting like religious stuff into it. Like I've seen that happen, and then we kind of drifted away from that particular YouTuber, you know? So, but Sonny really liked that YouTuber and would bring him up. And it's like, that there's probably other ones out there, and maybe we can just watch more of this faceless gameplay that, or just play the game ourselves. We can watch something that a conversation that we'll have is, Sonny, I'd rather you watch like something that was crafted by writers and actors and talented people, as opposed to watching someone play a game that you have and you could just play yourself, and they're just kind of screaming and doing whatever their thing is,
Maybe he should start his own YouTube channel. Start earning your keep, Sonny.
We were talking about buying stuff within the game that you have to be cognizant of, especially if they can start figuring out how to buy stuff. You have to have the conversation like, don't buy anything. You talk to me about literally anything.
It's like they want to buy stuff in real life, and now they
now they have this virtual world of stuff, like which I hate. I've never been like, I want to get all the skins of the new, what they call skin packs of stuff of characters. I know this sounds weird. I know.
I want all the new skins.
All the skin packs but they constantly have, Minecraft is famous for, and one part of the reason why it's so significant is because it taught a lot of kids learned how to do coding through Minecraft. Okay. Because it was originally like a PC game. Yeah. A politically correct game.
Oh, yeah. Good. So glad you said that. Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by Orange Heat, modern apparel made here in California. Soft, organic tees both kids and adults love.
Hey. I have a kid.
And we're adults.
And I gotta say, these shirts are so cool with such cool designs. Both my kids, me, my wife, you and your kid.
We're doing it.
We all wear them. They're all hand-drawn and unlike anything else out there.
Visit orangeheat.com to see what we mean. Made here in the USA, and everything ships fast in a compostable mailer. You're welcome, environment.
It's also available at select stores.
Shop local.
And shop orangeheat.com. Use promo code Screentimers to get 10% off your first order. Again, that's orangeheat.com.
Now back to the show.
I was saying this to Matt before you came, is that like the idea of watching other people play video games, like I feel like I spent a lot of my adolescence at some boy's house watching him play video games.
Yeah.
And it wasn't fun then. And so I can't imagine. I mean, I watched 30 minutes. I watched this one video that was like 30 minutes of like sped up time of what a guy did in 50 hours in Minecraft.
Yeah, that's wild. That's a wild experience.
Yeah. And
that's a lot to process.
It was re-triggering. I really felt like I was young again at some boy's house being like, the things you do to try and relate to men.
Growing up, I had a friend who had an older brother who was like a certified genius. Like he's like second in charge of the metaverse at Facebook now. And they would like get role-playing games, and he would make my friend, his little brother, just draw the maps as he went. And he would never get to play. But they were very good at these games. And I remember they had, whenever they beat a game, which they beat every game, they had a tape of all the end music. They would record. Like, these kids love the games.
Wow.
I'm not going to say their name, but...
Well, what I will say is, because we just play video games on the weekends, it is...
they were just a weekend video game family.
Okay.
I think that's a good rule to put in.
That's kind of like the rule about it. It is a very relaxing... It turns out it's a very relaxing game to just like sit around and like... on a Saturday morning, just be having coffee and reading a book while Sonny plays this game, because the sound design, which I didn't expect, is just very relaxing. It's kind of like, I mean, depending on what, I'm sure there's other things you can play, like radio, you can do different things in the game, but he just has like kind of the ambient sound of the world going, and so you're just hearing like little or just like little birds going, and a little bit of wind, a little soft like piano.
It's pleasant.
Yeah,
it's
like we usually
extremely
like Peppa Pig
pleasant
theme song blasting, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
And
that actually sounds better.
But it must be like, is it like a good bonding experience to play with him? Like,
Oh, it's so fun. It's so fun. And we pick up like things from each other, because once you start going, you're entering their world.
Yeah.
And it's all, and if it's all your kid wants to talk about, then they are so excited to have you there.
yeah,
I mean, like, this sounds good.
My dad got into Zelda when I was a kid, and he would be up really late playing, and then he got really good and like beat the game, and then I found in his like drawer where he kept his keys and stuff, he had ordered like the Zelda cheat book from my Nintendo Power.
Oh my
Like,
god, so
I
he
found
wasn't
it,
good.
and I
He
was
wasn't
like-
good at all.
It's like a Playboy to like an 8-year-old.
The page is folded out long.
The maps.
Oh my god. Wow, so he wasn't good at all. That's so, you were like, my dad is good at this.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm
but-
proud.
Right.
The reason I got really into it, other than I'm like, this is kind of relaxing sounding when he's playing, when I figured out how to do 2-player, and I did have to, that took a little bit of effort, even though it's pretty easy. I was in his world. I would walk around in his little houses. He built several structures. I would go around and I'd go, Dad, he at first, before I even got in there, he had built a house for me, and he had built a house for Stacy. We had separate houses. So I had a floor
Who had the
of an
better
existing
house?
Stacy had the better house. So then my whole thing was, okay, I got to figure out how to play so I can build Dad's house.
Yeah.
And I went in there and built like, and he couldn't get over just how gigantic it was, how much walking around space there was. Like, I would build like long floor, and it was very meditative to me to just to like set out the blocks and build this, get some larger square footage going, and I wanted to do stuff that I always liked, like the Frank Lloyd Wright waterfall house or whatever.
Oh
So
my
gosh.
building stuff off of like cliffs, like building like interesting to me architectural things, like, because you can just build right into like the landscape, and just kind of use that as like part of the motif, or to accentuate the natural landscape of the Minecraft world.
Like, here's like, we have been worried. There's a concern that we are taking things our kids like and kind of shitting all over it. And is that like an effective thing to do for our children long term?
Well, I don't shit on it in front of them.
No, and I don't think they're going to listen to this podcast. My kid,
years from now, they're
Yeah.
gonna be like, "Hey, you didn't like Fancy Nancy?"
yeah, like, so, it's not like it's a discussion we've had. So it's like, it's nice to hear, like, Matt and I are kind of sold. We want to get
I
in
want to
on
like
this.
things that I
Yeah.
guess I like some of them. I like movies that she watches.
Yeah, like Sally's been watching Paw Patrol lately. Like, it's the worst. She has a crush on a bunch of dogs.
Propaganda.
Exactly. Thank you. Exactly. Thank you. Sorry. Exactly. The dogs are kind of attractive, but we're gonna get into this on a different episode.
Oh my god, don't get me
Like,
started.
The dogs are kind of buff, and I'm like, which dog do I like? But this sounds like something you could do together. It sounds like something that's like not only world building, but like you are building a world with your kid. That sounds cute.
That is such a great way to put it.
I'm into it. Like, I will say this. You have sold us on Minecraft.
Yeah, I'm not scared of it anymore.
No, I was like, thought that we would leave this episode being like, man, Allan has really scared me as usual.
Yeah,
Put some fear in me again.
leaving a wake of doom.
That is sort of your general vibe. So it was nice that I feel like in the end, I don't feel that way. I feel like, okay, I'm not scared.
No. Yeah.
Don't be scared. Yeah, you have to, because it felt like I had no choice eventually. It was like you're being talked into something after you're just being worn down,
It's hard when everyone
I
else
had no
is doing
interest,
it.
and then he,
Wait, you're going to be like, no. Like, you have to at a certain point. That's the thing. It's like your kid needs to be able to relate to other kids and like partake in things that are like stuff that normal kids do.
right.
Like, I feel like my parents are weird hippies. So, like, whenever I'm like, I went to go see this movie, my mom's like, oh, with the rest of the sheep? And I'm like, yes, with the rest of the sheep. Like, there's a reason, like, people all go see the same movie and then you talk about it.
It's being a part of culture.
Yeah, no.
It's in the industry that I enjoy and, like, participate in from time to time.
It's so weird. And she, like, he really, like, is very high and mighty about doing things that the sheep do. And you're like, you have no friends. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So... yeah,
she's
like
a black sheep.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's like, I think it's good. I think I'll let my kid do Minecraft. Sure.
I mean, you can take a look. You can. The videos I think are like a little bit. They give you an idea, but I don't know that it's the full experience because it's very personalized. It can be very much its own little world.
So out of 1 to 4 blocks.
Yeah. Well
how do you rate Minecraft?
Is there a rating?
Well, normally we would
Okay.
say screens, but you're not really watching them. You know what I mean? So let's say blocks. Let's switch it up.
You're watching a screen? Is that right? What do you
God,
mean?
why are you arguing with that?
We're the ones who made this podcast.
It's on a screen. It's not a hologram.
This is our first episode, so we kind of know the format, okay? Yeah, I like 1 to 4 anythings. What do you give in Minecraft?
What do I give Minecraft? I mean, I guess I mean, I guess I got to give it 4 blocks.
Wow.
I guess I haven't seen the dark side of it yet.
Well, that was great. I guess it's time to go download Minecraft.
We have no choice. We'd like to thank our guest, Allan McLeod. Make sure to check out his podcast, Walkin About with Allan McLeod.
And thanks to our editing team of one person, Neil Davis. See you next time on Screentimers.
That's what you show.